and the FeldCare Connects podcast. I am the presenter of the FeldCare podcast, Neil Haley Connects podcast, and I'm really excited about my guest today. Andrea, thanks for stopping by. She partners with FeldCare and as a occupational therapist. How are you, Andrea?
Good. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Absolutely, and FeldCare. And you know what? I wanted to go really quickly, Andrea, to the first question I have. Can you define what an occupational therapist does?
Yes. So I feel like we wear many hats, but the best explanation I could have, like a doctor, they might add days to your life, but occupational therapists will add life to your days. We help you get back your dancing shoes. We get you back to all those things that mean a lot to you and whatever that may be, because it looks different for everybody. But we help get you there. And if it's maybe not the same way that you used to do activities before your illness or an accident or something, we will help modify your environment and recommend different things that you can use that will help you be successful in those activities that you still want to do.
Yeah, and that's important because of an injury or certain things, OT does it, but in multiple ways. You're not just working with the body, right? As an occupational therapist.
Absolutely. Yes. It's a whole scope. So when I go into a house, I go in the bathroom, I look, how is everything set up? Is this person able to be one, safe, two, independent in their home? And if not, what can I recommend that will help them be safe and independent in their home? Because everyone wants to be independent, right? No one wants to ask for help. It's really hard asking for help. So we want people to be safe and independent always.
Yeah, so if they've had a stroke, you're going to work on specific skills. It overlaps with PT, physical therapy, and speech therapy, and occupational therapist kind of feeds into both modalities in certain ways.
Absolutely. And what I tell my patients who, because a lot of people are confused, PTOT from just someone, an outsider looking in, it might look like we're doing the same thing. But I tell them it's the scope of the lens that we look through that's different. So when I look at a patient, I'm looking at specifically, okay, how can we get this person from their bed to the toilet and then completing the toileting task, including the hygiene after toileting. And what skills do they need? And what strengths do they need? What does their balance look like? So the scope that I look at, my set of lenses being an OT, is different than the lens that a PT would look through.
Totally. And I remember this as developmental therapist birth to three. I wore every hat and behavior and had to really follow goals for every one of the amazing specialists. And I guess I'm just remembering things in OT in certain ways, but also OT is in schools. And I was a former school teacher. So I remember all of that. So what inspired you to start your own home health therapy business?
It's for me, it really came down to I wanted more autonomy. It's no secret that the healthcare field today is much different than it was 10 years ago. A lot of therapists are super burnt out. And of course they are. The productivity levels at these facilities, it's impossible. So what ends up happening is therapists will go, especially in skilled nursing facilities, they'll get 10 patients who all might have a shoulder issue or what have you, and they put them in group therapy. Where's the specialized therapy? I'm like, I didn't go to school for all this time. I didn't go into massive amounts of student loan debt to group people and just have them all work on the same activity. And for me, it's just all about patient care. These patients deserve better than what they're getting. So what I really love is I can I can go to a patient's house. And yes, of course, you have to be there for a certain amount of time. But if I'm at someone's house for an hour and 20 minutes because I'm doing caregiver training, I'm training their adult children, I'm educating, I don't have a boss over me telling me, you only had 30 minutes with that patient. You know what I mean? I don't have that. Now, yes, I don't get paid more, which I don't mind, But I don't have someone breathing down my neck telling me I need to do it faster. That's not fair for the patient. I don't think anyone deserves that. And
No, they don't.
I first am a therapist for my patient,
What
you
made
know.
you, yeah, yeah, absolutely. What made you want to partner with FeldCare and Clinique Connects? Was that your first experience in home health therapy as for your home health therapy business?
Actually, no, I had done home health just out of grad school. And then I got a job, of course, in a facility, right? But when I moved to California and I was working outpatient, and again, it was just a lot of the trying to make your boss happy. So you're not really, I really wasn't there for my patients, although I was, but then I also have this boss, right? And that's when I started searching for home health because I'm like, I really enjoyed it when I did it because you have that autonomy, right? You don't have a boss telling you that you can only spend this amount of time with that patient. So that's when I found FeldCare. And it's been a great fit. And it's been about 5 years. I believe I probably got on with them right toward the beginning of the business model unfolding, at least in the Bay Area. I'm in the Bay Area. They might have been down in LA for a while, but it's been a great fit for me and I love it.
And how about Clinique Connects when you decided to go with FeldCare to partner with? That's a pretty good part to make your job easier as a therapist.
Yes, and what I really love about the Clinic so I can just flip open the app and I just go right to the patient and I have their address, their phone number, I can even pull up the referral, but also too on that I can let them know if I'm available or if I'm not available to take on more patients. And that's where they will send me patients and it's is it will and it's always can you accept this patient? It's not you have to. So I can look at what cities these patients are in and I can say, oh yeah, I can take that patient on currently, or that's a little too far for me. And again, it goes back to that autonomy and being your own boss.
That's what I love. I won't ever work for
Mhm.
anybody else again. I like having 40 mini bosses, but that's the difference is I make my own schedule. I choose when I want to work and when I don't want to work. And I can do my own mission and vision with the clients I choose to work with. And in a way, you too, because you are your own boss as a therapist, you sure you reach the goals that you're not dealing with the autonomy of somebody breathing over your neck as a supervisor, because you could work for other home-based therapy in people. So that's the difference. What do you think your biggest challenges you face when transitioning from being an employee to running your own business?
Honestly, it was easy. Now, whenever you change jobs, especially with EMRs, it's just learning the new system. But their system is so easy. So once you get down, oh, okay, this is how you do it. It's easier than any other. I've worked on Kinzer and other EMRs, and it is by far the easiest. And what I really love is we can go in and we can pick out exercises for that patient and it puts it in there with a picture. And I've even had like the caregivers, oh, can you send me pictures of those? And I will. I'll just right there, screenshot it on my phone, send it right to them. And they know exactly, like when I leave the house, they know exactly what exercises that they will be doing for the home exercise program.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And I guess you've already really talked about the operations side. FeldCare makes it easy. There you go. You've already explained that. So that's why you enjoy it so much and you don't have those challenges. Can you share a specific success story or milestone that you made that you feel confident in your decision to becoming an entrepreneurial clinician?
It's the fact that my son can have a dentist appointment and I don't have to stress about it. That day, I build my schedule around it. Okay, he has a dentist appointment in the morning, then I know I won't book any patients until the afternoon. So it's just having that flexibility on a day to day basis. It's not just one thing, though. I could never go back to the being in a facility again. I just couldn't do it. Like, my brain couldn't even wrap around that. And not to mention all the burnout that's been happening with therapists. And I try to tell them, like, you need to get away from the facilities, and the productivity is the hardest part for everybody. So if everyone, especially if it's the burnout, get away from that facility and try your own thing, because I don't think it's therapy that's causing the burnout.
If you're near retirement, what an opportunity to take that and start your own business as a with the
Absolutely.
FeldCare franchise.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, what advice would you give to other therapists who are considering starting their own home health therapy business, but are unsure of where to begin?
If you're nervous, I would just don't quit your full-time position yet. Go ahead and keep that, right? Especially if you need the benefits. A lot of us have families, so if you need the benefits, don't just take the leap and quit your job and move on, but maybe just start taking on a few patients here and there. You can even do it on the weekends, what have you, maybe in the morning before you go into your job or afterward. And start small if you're really nervous about it. For me, my husband has amazing benefits, so we've never worked off my benefits anyways. So it was a no-brainer when I was so much happier. I quit my facility job and just took the leap. But it made sense for us, and it might not make sense for everyone. But if you're really nervous, just dabble in it. And that's the beautiful thing about FeldCare is you can accept as many or as few patients as you want. You can control that. Like I said, there's not that manager, supervisor over you dictating your every move. It's not like that at all.
Fantastic. We really appreciate you coming on. And you can go to feldcareconnects.com right now and schedule a call with Randy or the team. And if you want to to partner with FeldCare, there's a way. And also, if you're looking for a franchise, best place. Appreciate it, Andrea. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right. You're
Have a good
listening and
day.
watching the Neil Haley Show and the FeldCare Connects podcast. Take care, guys.